This is the Squier Affinity Telecaster. It's $249 and it's made in China. This is the Fender Standard Telecaster. It's $599 and it's made in Indonesia. So which one is best for you? I have no idea, but we'll go over them and compare them side by side, and I'll give you my take on both. Okay, you got to hear them, so what'd you think? Which one sounded better to you? Let's talk about them. Let's bring up the specs. We're gonna take a look inside to see the parts inside. Let's do that right now. Let's pull them open. Let's open up. Okay, first we'll take the weight, grab the weight, and stick it on my food scale. At the same time, so you can see the difference. The Affinity is lighter than the Standard, and there's a reason. Maybe there's a couple reasons, but I can guess one of the reasons. Let's open up the control cavity so we can see the electronics, the three-way switch with the volume and the tone knob, and compare them side by side. Okay, do we have them open? I don't know, I'm not even looking at it. I'm just pretending I'm seeing things and such as. Okay, neither one has great electronics. The Standard has the full-size pots, but both have PCB switches. And you know what? The PCB part doesn't bother me. It's not that. It's never been that. It's the shaft that feels wobbly when you're going like that. The actual PCB part, I don't care. That's fine. Okay, and let's pull off the pick guard so you can see inside what they have going on inside. So in the Affinity, it's routed out like a swimming pool. What can you stick in there? You can hide anything you want in there. Look, you could put another guitar in there. Hide all your picks, whatever you want. So it is routed out. I guess that gives you the options of doing different pickups if you want to mod this thing. Same with the Standard, except it's shaped routing, right? You got the humbucker and then another single coil. So you could do like a Nashville Tele. And it's got the shielding paint in this one. A dump truck outside. Pickup resistance, let's do that. Some people like to have those numbers. And somebody actually thanked me, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a good reason to keep doing them. Somebody said they had a pickup that they thought it wasn't sounding okay, and they compared the pickup resistance in another video that I did with their own pickups, and they realized, yeah, the output was wrong. So I guess it's for a bass line then. That's good. I'm happy to help. And so let's go top to bottom and compare the specs. I've got them on screen. And as I think of things to comment, it'll be a color commentary. So, product specs. They're both butterscotch. The body is poplar on both. It would appear, in this case, I can't really tell. I think it's looking like the Affinity might be a 3-piece. And Standard is a 4-piece in this case. I'm saying in this case, this is 2 guitars out of a zillion that have probably been made. They both have gloss polyurethane finish. They're both Telecasters. They both have 6-saddle string-through body, right? So you got the ferrules in the back. These ones are larger than these ones. What does that mean? It means these ones are larger and these ones are smaller. Maybe each of these costs an extra $2, so that's part of the price. No, I'm just joking. I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna hold them. What am I doing? We're gonna get into the pricing and the difference, right? And then I'm not gonna try to justify it because I can't do that. I can just comment on what I think and what I see, and I'll tell you what I think and what I see. So yeah, 6-saddle string through bridge, butterscotch blonde. In person, this one has more of a butterscotch that I've seen like on, I'd say on the American models. And this one's a brighter one. It's more like the Player models. Keep going here. Single coil. Control knobs, knurled, flat top, except there's a hidden secret. I'd say these are the real knobs because they have the little screw and it connects to the shaft. These are the pressure-mounted pop-off, cheaper knobs, right? Cheaper, more expensive. Master volume, master tone. Country of origin, China, Indonesia. Both have maple fingerboard, right? Medium jumbo fret size. I will say, yeah, they're both nice. I like the fret size. Definitely more polishing done on the Standard. The fit and finish is just nicer on it. And this one does have a little bit of sharp frets on the edges, which happens. It's like, I'll tell you right now, when I was at NAMM, a number of the guitars at NAMM had sharp frets, like tons of them, and it was really dry there. So I don't knock that as something that the factory screwed up. Wood shrinks. I've even seen sharp frets on expensive guitars. So I'm gonna ignore that. It's got a little bit of sharp frets, but I don't care. Chrome hardware. Where's my stool? Satin urethane and gloss urethane headstock face. Both the same. Which one feels nicer? The satin. They're pretty much identical. And then the headstock. Shiny. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, I did do a full deep dive on the Affinity guitars. Like I did a blue telly maybe a couple of years ago, and they definitely increased the quality of these compared to the old Affinities. So that's good to note. Maple neck, right? I'm just making sure I don't miss anything. Maple neck material, maple. This appears to be a 1-piece maple with the skunk stripe. This would be a 2-piece with no skunk stripe. And this neck is definitely a little bit wider and thicker. This one's thinner. And that's also to do with the nut, right? It's a C-shaped. This is a C-shaped, and this is a modern C-shape. Synthetic bone nut on the Affinity and micarta nut on the Player. 21 frets, medium jumbo frets, I mentioned that. They're both right-handed. Same pickguard, 3-ply, same amount of screws. The pickup is mounted in the pickguard. I will mention something before I forget, because people are going to say, like, it's got to have the skunk stripe or it's not real. Well, let me just show you something here. So, no skunk stripe. Who's messaging me? Okay. No skunk stripe in the player, in the standard. All these names, right? That's the Affinity, sorry. I'm looking at my screen thinking I'm looking back. Never mind. Okay, so some people are gonna say like, it's gotta have a skunk stripe, or that's not a real telly. Only cheap guitars don't have skunk stripes. And then just pull this out of here like this. Try not to. So this one, ignore the relicking. I don't want to hear it. Actually, leave a comment. Tell me how stupid I am for having this. No skunk stripe. That's a custom shop. So suck it. Suck it. Suck it hard. It doesn't matter if it has a skunk stripe. It's actually doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter. C shape, 25.5 inch scale length. The nut is slimmer on the Affinity. It's your 1.650 inch, and it's 1.6875 on, I was going to say the player again, the Standard. It's hard to say Standard because that name's been gone for a while. So yeah, slimmer, skinnier neck, and bigger neck. Like when I picked them up, I think I got everything. Oh, actually, sorry. Kind of all over the place, but there's a lot of stuff to mention. Oh, the tuners. These are like official Fender tuners, and these are the cheaper ones that you'd find on a lot of import guitars. Which is interesting though, because this is like the vintage top. I prefer restringing with the vintage style on the top like this. I can't say which one's better right now. They're both probably about the same. You got the little truss rod adjustment. This one's got a brown one, and this one's got a black one. What was I going to say before I forget? Yeah, when I picked them up, this one doesn't feel like a full-size guitar because it isn't. And that gets to the measurements, the dimensions. And so the Affinity is 5 inches by 17.75 inches by 44.5 inches. The Standard is 4.4 inches by 17.9 inches by 45.9 inches. I know the 17 is the width, and you can see here the difference, right? But this one has a tummy cut. See, it's hard to compare these things because they keep changing little things on each one, so it's never a direct comparison. I wonder if I need to compare the Sonic against one of these as well, which is their lowest end one, like lowest priced. I don't mean lowest end. Did I catch everything? Did I got everything? Same strings. The bridge, this one's got the glossy, not glossy, the chrome saddles, and this one's got this new kind of, what do they call it? Brush steel, maybe? Brush steel? Do they say it? Is anywhere? Bueller? Anyone? This looks more like the American ones. Looks like the brushed. And I prefer that. I never liked the shiny chrome on these. What am I missing? Anything? Buttons. Same buttons. No, I got a couple more things. Nameplate. This has the name on the plate, sorry. Neck plate. Tummy cut. Oh, you can actually see the body parts. So this one looks like at least 4 or 5, and this one's looking like, it's hard to see. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Output jack. Not a fan of those. That's a downgrade to me. So I think I got everything. I think that's all the specs. Now, let's talk about how they feel in my hands. I did mention it just a minute ago. So you pick this one up, the Standard. When I saw these at NAMM, because I got to see them the day they were released, I picked it up and I'm like, oh, it feels like a Mexican for sure. And full-size body and ceramic pickups. And then when I pick up this one, the Affinity, it doesn't feel bad at all. It's nice and light. I like the tummy cut. And that's not tuned. It just doesn't feel like a Tele to me. Just the size, right? Like it's smaller, but maybe you like that. So Again, it's a personal preference. I'm not saying one is better or not. Okay, let's get into the super controversial stuff now, because this is where people are losing their minds on the internet. They're losing their minds. The headstock. And the name on the headstock. Squier Telecaster. Right? Made in China. Fender Telecaster. Made in Indonesia. Made in Amnesia? What? Okay. Here we go. $249. This is American prices. You can convert it in your own country. $599. 2.4 times more expensive than this one. After playing them again, because I hadn't played this one for a couple of years, an Affinity, in my mind I was thinking of a Bullet. I've played Bullets more, I think, than Affinities. And the specs that they've improved on these, I don't think it's worth 2.4 times more. This one, sorry, I don't think. So do I think it's worth more? Yeah. There are things on this that are upgrades for sure. The neck, to me, personal preference, right? The neck shape, the tuners, the pickups appear to be. You can let me know. These look like cheap. When people say ceramic pickups are crap, this is probably why. The bar magnet in there, this looked nicer cosmetically. Is it better? I don't know. I prefer the body shape, but I like the tummy cut. So, but I prefer the full-size feeling telly. And full-size pots, but they don't feel any different than these. But I guess maybe I don't know. You're probably going to want to replace the pots and the switch on either one. What else? I was getting at. Oh, you're paying for the name, the Fender name. Absolutely, 100%. That's how guitars work. That's nothing special. I mean, a lot of people are angry in the comments saying it's a Squier with the Fender logo on it. Sure, absolutely. I agree. It is. And you're paying for that. So I just don't understand why people are so angry. If you don't like it, you know what you can do? Don't buy it. Turn off the videos. Go outside. Play with your dog. I don't know. No, people are just, we're talking about guitars. These are stupid guitars that are for fun. I always say play guitar and have fun. Just play guitar and have fun. Take a deep breath. Inhale and go smoke, whatever helps you. I'm not saying do drugs. I'm just saying, man, the comments have been insane. People have lost their minds over this stuff. And I'm pretty sure most of those people that have commented are not professional musicians that would even care. It's people like me that just love gear and love stuff. And I didn't mention this yet, but I bought both of these out of pocket, like 100% out of pocket to compare them because I thought it would be fun. And you're like, well, if you would have got them from Fender, you wouldn't be saying this stuff. I absolutely would. I'm totally honest in my videos, and I don't care if you don't believe me and if you think I'm a shill and all that bullshit. Because why are you watching my channel? If you're new here, subscribe. But if you're say you've been watching my channel for 7 years and you're subscribed and you're calling me a douche or something like that, that's a really specific reference because it just happened. Why are you watching me? Don't be a hate watcher. Now this is turning into a rant. I don't want it to. Both guitars are good. This one is good. This one is good. This one is not worth 2.4 times more than this one, in my opinion, but you're paying for the name. And that's the way it works. That's how business works. And if you think it's a corporate greed thing, that's fine. Guitars are not special. This stuff exists all the time. You're paying for the name of everything. And what else am I missing? Oh, you know what? I did forget one thing. The screws on the plates, on the bridge plates, they're different, right? This one's got 4, but look, they're on the corners, and this one's got the 4 on the bottom. Just thought of that because I wrote a note. Oh my God. People, it's just guitars. It's just guitars. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Show them that you don't like it by not buying it. That's or let me flip what I'm saying. This has a $400 neck, and this has a $100 neck. and the tuners, and now I'm just not making sense. That's okay. That's where we're going to end it. So, you know, if you do want to get one or something else, you can use my affiliate links. At this point, I don't really even care because I don't know. I didn't expect the start of this year to start off with a stupid anger war against Fender's Standard Series. And that's where I'm going to end this. So play guitar and have fun if you can. If you're capable, I know most people aren't. The ones that leave the comments are usually the angriest. And shit floats, doesn't it? Sometimes. All right. Be nice to people, and they'll be nice to you. That's how it works, okay? Did I already say my thing? Play guitar and have fun, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.